Kyle, that's what I tweeted out right before I came on the air. You gotta look at it this way. I tweeted this out over on my X account, okay? So I said this. So they don't have a problem blowtorching their defensive side of the ball and Vic's side of the ball. But God forbid they go over and touch a hair of anything over on that offensive side who underachieves and underperforms. Get this. You're dismantling the side that wins you games, and you're keeping intact the side that doesn't win you games. Make that make sense. Your offense has by far underachieved. By far. And get this. You don't have guys just to step in there and replace. Who's replacing Jalen Phillips? Don't tell me anybody in free agency. The only way you're going to make your team better is a trade, or you're hoping in the draft. That's it. There's nobody in free agency that can help you now, that they'll be willing to spend money on. There's nobody in free agency. They're not going to spend $34 million on Trey Hendrickson. You know why? They would have given Jalen Phillips the 30. Okay? Sills isn't stupid enough to say pay Phillips. Come on, man. No. Once again, you're missing the point. You have put yourself in a position because Nolan Smith was a failure that you had to go in free agency and tool that position because you bombed at the draft pick. You're in this position because Nolan sucks, not because Jalen Phillips got paid. You're in this position because he has not produced. Okay? Get this. You see this? Right now, dumbass, it's day 2. Where do you fucking think you're getting better, guy, in free agency? What? With who? Who are you getting better with? Help me out here. Reyes, who the fuck is out there that you're going to get better at? Help me out here. There is no day 2 in free agency. There's only a day 1. You're going to get better in the draft? How do you know that? Reyes, where are you getting better? Who makes your football team better that's left? Here, look at this. We'll find out. And then Xander's going to have to make an emergency. Who is left to make your team better? What sign do you think is going to turn this thing around? Watch this, folks. You want to see a guy look even dumber than he is? Who? You'll be making an emergency show signing a C student. Solid? Bringing Gardner Johnson back? So let's take a look at the Philadelphia Eagles offseason so far, heading into March 10th. You've got 6 new offensive coaches, and they're interns. And you let 3 starters go on defense. How do you think it's going so far? Here, let me ask you this. What the fuck was Phillips? He was Garrett, huh? To you, he was. Because he was your best edge rusher. And he was your best edge player. To you, he was. Okay, Gabe. Here's Gabe. Sills is funny. as fuck. But damn, you bag on the Eagles like it's your ex-wife. Hey, Gabe. All right, Gabe. Let's ask you, Gabe. How do you think your offseason's gone so far? With the coaching hires and with you losing 3 starters already, soon to be 4 starters. How do you think that's gone? Out of your 22, you're going to lose 4 starters this year, maybe 5. Okay, with A.J. Brown. If you lose A.J. Brown, dude, not sure what else to say. This is so much fun, Sells. Watching the dismantling of a Super Bowl champs is nuts. Agreed. It's nuts. You keep telling me you can't sign everybody. Like, okay, I agree with that. But I think this is a fundamental flaw. I think this is why the Patriots were always better than you. And why they had a longer dynasty than you. When Richard Seymour's deal came up, and by the way, Richard Seymour is 10 times the player Jalen Carter is. 50 times the player Jordan Davis was. He's a Pro Football Hall of Famer. He's actually a first ballot Hall of Famer. When his contract came up, do you know what the Patriots did? They moved him to the Raiders because they didn't want to pay him. Because they thought the integrity of the unit was more important than signing 1 guy or 2 guys or 3 guys. That's why they were better than anybody in history. They never got tied up. They never got tied up in one guy's salary. They never, name me one guy. They even moved Darrelle Revis, who went to the Pro Football Hall of Famer. Pats didn't pay anybody, but they paid everybody. That's why they maintained that dynasty. They never, when Richard Seymour's contract came up, like Jalen Carter's, the Patriots would have moved Jalen Carter. They wouldn't have paid him $35 million. There's no fucking way. That's how they built that dynasty. They didn't build it through 4 players. They built it through integrity of their salary cap. Seals, do you think Howie believes our backups are sufficient to fill the holes on defense? Hey, Riot, I sure hope not, because last year those guys proved to not be. Hey, dude, you can have Tom Brady on your team. You're right. When you have an elite quarterback, your elite quarterback covers when you have to move players. Hurts ain't elite. See this here? Who gives a shit about the Pats do? This is the same thing the Chiefs are doing. They're moving off of guys, folks. They're showing you how to keep consistent and keep building for winning by not staying on big-time players and big money players like Trent McDuffie, Snead, any of these other guys. You can sign your guys. You've lost 7 fucking starters in 2 years, and you signed 2. Yeah, that sounds right. That doesn't even sound right by the numbers. You signed 2 guys, Zach Bond and Jordan